Wait a minute, dude. No, nobody drives the truck but me. I'm Mike, living with 3M, and I got a shocker of a video for you guys today. Gabe's a little thin in the skin, and it's Halloween. Well, after about 6 months of having the ReadyLift 7-inch lift installed, it started to ride rough. I mean, from the beginning, once the lift was installed with the SST 3000 ReadyLift shocks, it rode like a Cadillac. It actually rode better than factory. But then after 6 months, these are entry-level shocks. I called ReadyLift. I said, look, something's going on. Lady was super nice, their customer service. She supplied me with a new set of the SST 3000 shocks. I'm eventually going to invest in coilovers, so these will get us by. But today on video, I'm going to show you guys on any truck, lifted or not, how to change these shocks out without lifting the truck up with the jack or taking the tire off. And obviously I'm talking about the rear shocks because the front struts, and that's a lot more involved. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to change out the rear shocks. Now, you definitely don't want to get your left shock confused with your right shock. All right, before we get started, go ahead and get your tools ready. So I haven't been under the truck yet, but I did some research, and it says I'll need a 15 and an 18. So 15 and an 18 millimeter. So got a ratchet, 15 and a 15, 18 and an 18. Also, guys, got to thinking, just found that penetrating oil. You may need that if you've never removed your shock bolts before and they're pretty stuck on, rusted, grimy. You just never know. So always have a can of penetrating oil handy. As far as my truck goes, we're not going to be using any of this because it's been recent that the shocks have been changed, the truck's been lifted, so it should come off pretty easy. One issue I see already is that I've added the Rough Country fender liners, which the bolt for the top shock, or the shock's top mount, is right there. See it up under there? So it's not really, you can bend that out of the way. Could take something and cut a little section out, but I like the way that hides that. So I'm just gonna reach the open end wrench up in the top there on both sides and remove that. Well, look who it is, guys. It's my neighbor, and he has decided to come by this Halloween to give me a hand working on the truck. Man, dude, you don't know how much I appreciate this. I know I tell the good people this is a one-person job, you can do it in your driveway, but it's always good practice to have an extra set of hands for safety too. I mean, look at us. We need safety. All right, dude, I got the passenger side. If you can get the driver's side. Yeah. Say what? Say what? Man, I'm not trick-or-treating Halloween. I am not. I gotta work Halloween. And I appreciate the help turning wrenches, dude. Standing above the tire. There we go. Wasn't too tight up top, thank goodness. And the shock just fell, so got that bolt out. As you can see, and when putting this back in, you want to put it exactly back in the way you found it. Otherwise, you put it the other way, it's not going to fit correctly, especially if you've got wheel well liners. So put the bolts back in the way they came out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the nut on. All right, so I'm in front of the rear tire. Okay, so you see where I've got that on up there, the bolt and the nut. All right, you see the new shock. All right, I've about got mine. How about your side, dude? Nah, man, you got the bolt backwards. No, and we got to tighten it down. Okay. Put your seatbelt on. And before these shocks, it would jar you to the bone. Halloween's coming up. What you going as? You awful quiet over there, man. Did I say something wrong?